All right, we have returned for yet another day, so that's good. We didn't die. I had a rough night of sleep. My stupid fucking mask for my CPAP was giving me problems. I have two. I have my normal one that came with it, and then I have a backup one, which is the same brand, same size, same everything. But for whatever reason, the backup one fucking sucks. And I'm using my backup one because my old one, like I try and like give them a thorough cleaning once a week, but I put my regular one off to the side, and I haven't gotten to it yet. So I was like, I'll just use the backup one. It's fine. And it's been giving me shit, just like leaks, and it squeaks really loud when it does it, like when the seal's not perfect. And yeah, I woke up at like 2 a.m. like super upset, like motherfucker. So yeah, it wound up keeping me awake for like an hour and a half after I switched it out with my old one. I was like, I'd rather have one that's like in need of a cleaning than have one that won't let me sleep. So, anywho, all that to say, it's day 37. Yesterday was rest day. I was pretty nervous about it because my cardio has switched to something like low intensive steady state cardio, as it's called, versus high intensity. God, what's it called? HITT. I don't remember. It's not high intensity though. I mean, it's not really when I'm doing the bike either, but I try and be as intense as I can as far as like changing up my resistances to be like really high and then, back and forth so that I have, my heart rate going. But, I'm just walking outside my neighborhood. So yesterday though, I didn't have anything like that. It was just work and then, other just random shit around the house. So I was nervous about my weigh-in, especially because I weighed in going up the day before. And when I got on the scale, I was 0.6 pounds down. So that's good. I gained 0.3. So losing 0.6 means I'm 0.3 down from where I was the day before yesterday. So back on the positive trend, or I should say the negative trend. So around 12:30, I had to deal with some stuff with the landlord stuff yesterday and today. And then I took a walk around my neighborhood. So I get to check mark today's morning workout. Yesterday, obviously, was rest day, so I'm not checking anything there. So we get a ding. And then with my 0.6 pounds down, my monthly total has gone to 5.4, which is great. And my total weight loss has gone to 336. That is not right. It's 33.6. 336 would mean I'm gone. That I have completely evaporated from the planet, which, it doesn't sound too bad every now and then. But there we go. That is fixed. So going to slide that to the right side, and we're just going to look at the chart really quick. Screen share. Yeah, so we can see had a little bit of an uptick, but we're going back down. Also, these data labels on Google Sheets is just so terrible. I had to move all these because it was just like randomly picking spots. Like the newest one was like way out here. I was like, what the fuck is this? It says 8:45 for the day. Actually, I've had 200 calories for breakfast. I had 245 and 100 listed after that because that's going to be my shake. I think it's 245. Pretty sure 110 plus 135. Yeah, 245. And then 100 for the apple that I'm going to have at 4:30. And then I had a snack at 11:30 for 300 calories. So coming up at 2 p.m., I have a meal. That's my 4 p.m. meal right there. So depending on what I have, I like it this way because now I know, like, okay, I have 655 calories to work with. So if I only have like 200 calories for lunch, I can have like a pretty substantial dinner if I'm doing like something lean like chicken. I did pull out a steak because I was like, you know what, I'd prefer to get, my calories through protein, through like some sort of meat, but not necessarily have it be super lean today because I don't want to have too much in my stomach. I've like finished my meals and been like, man, I feel like I ate too much because, chicken is really lean. So I'll probably make that steak. I'm debating what I want to have right now. I should weigh the steak actually and see how much it weighs to see if I want to just have the whole fucking thing. It's a medallion, so it's not like it's super big. But either way, yeah, I'm doing okay right now. Still waiting on my fucking Averon rower, man. The thing hasn't even shipped out yet. It's really annoying considering how expensive they are to have zero update and zero like estimated shipping time. I like talked to their stupid chat bot and it told me like 3 to 7 business days. I was like, cool. I ordered it 4 fucking days ago and it hasn't shipped yet. So when's that going to happen? When you make a customer that pays a lot of money wait for the item or to just find out when the item is going to get there, you start introducing thoughts of, should I cancel my order? And so I've thought about that a lot today. I want the item, but I don't feel like they have very good customer service so far. And I am very annoyed about it. So it's just like being someone who has worked in customer service for a very long time. When I am provided with not good customer service or shitty customer service, I can't help but think like I would be fired if I did what you're doing. Or now in the position of being senior management, it's like I would fire someone if I knew they were giving such poor customer service. And that's starting to float up in my noggin a little bit. But I'm also kind of grumpy. So let's do Wordle and just go about our day. So if you haven't done Wordle yet and you're watching, don't watch. If you have done Wordle, do not spoil it. I don't want hints. All right. CAE all in the wrong spot. So that is interesting. Could be something like paste, but the E is not there. It could be something like peace, but there's no E at the end. So got to get creative here. How about ached? Ached. Well, we got 3 new spots that those letters don't go, and we know H and D aren't part of this anymore. So where's the E going to go? I really think it's going to wind up being EA. So if it's EA, then the C is probably 4th. And there might be a Y at the end of it since the H is gone. So something like PC, but that's not an actual word. But I did toss that out there so I could see if I can make up a word, seeing it in front of me. All right, let's move on from that logic. So the E and the C are not first or second for both of them. So the E is probably not first unless it has something that comes direct, like something like NCAP, something like that. Very interesting that there's no, the C isn't first or second. That's actually throwing me through a loop. The A I don't think is going to be last, but it could. I really think it's going to end in like AY or CY. But I can't see anything that's ending in CY from what I have left. The H also not being a part of it is very curious. There's no U, so Q is probably out of play. Almost certainly out of play. That's not a word either. I keep going back to that. I need to expand what I'm thinking about because that's obviously not correct. Beach is not going to work. I keep going back to this EAY shit. How about pecan? Pecan could be it, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go, brain. Had to get out of that other mindset. 528, got it in 4. Win percentage is still 99%. It used to round up. It used to say 100%, and they finally fixed it, so current win streak is only 3 because I missed my fucking day. But yeah, we're gonna get back there. So cool, fun times. I hope you all enjoyed this. I will be back tomorrow. And yeah, book update. Dungeon Crawler Carl, book 1. I am that far along. I use playing cards as my bookmarks. They're sturdy, they bend, they don't fuck up your books, and you get 54, including the jokers, in one deck. So yeah. Got a little bit left, and then the second one shows up later tonight, so I can power over into it. I do have a friend that's reading with me too, so I need to slow down a little bit because I think he's got a little bit busier evenings than I do. He has kids, so I'll probably get through that, and then maybe just keep the reading train rolling, pick up a different series that I can alternate books on, to give him some time. So, anywho, that's it for me. Love you all.